Hey, everybody, welcome to Gear Wire, our show about all things gear and news. And I'm your host, Justin.
I'm Luis.
And I'm Rob. I'm here today.
We have our very special guest, Rob. Rob, as many of you out there probably know, is a YouTube sensation as well as musician, Schecter artist. Oh, it's definitely a sensation. But we are very stoked to have you on here, man.
So happy
welcome.
to be here. Thanks for letting me be part of your world for a little while.
Absolutely. Welcome to Gear Wire. So, let's just dive right in, guys. Usually what we do is we start with some news, and as we know, every week there's something different happening. But top of mind is the Live Nation Ticketmaster Department of Justice lawsuit. So you guys know anything about that?
A little bit.
So
I might have like a little bit of an interesting perspective because I've been on 3 tours.
Okay.
And all of them, the tour manager, it was really, really important to all of us that we don't go through Ticketmaster.
Okay.
Yeah, so those 3 tours we did were outside of Live Nation and Ticketmaster, because that was really, really important to us. And I didn't actually book the tour, but the tour manager who did told me that it made it almost impossible.
Really?
It was
Without
almost
Ticketmaster.
impossible. Yeah, and so we played a lot of venues that were like not really like we couldn't go to the regular venues most of the time.
Okay,
Like
yeah.
in Houston, we kind of played like a warehouse.
Okay.
And some of the venues we went to, like honestly, like kind of dangerous. Like it's definitely not up to code, to have this many people here. But like we didn't. If we were gonna stick to not going through Live Nation and Ticketmaster, like we had to like. I mean, I don't know the ins and outs of it. But Sam Grant, who booked the tour, told me it was like almost impossible to do it.
Well, that's kind of like part of the story, though, is because the reason why they're trying to break it up is because guess how much of the market Ticketmaster and Live Nation hold right now? Like, guess what percentage of the market they hold?
I'm going to say 70.
Uh-huh. What do you think?
Say 93.
Ooh, I like that. Did you already know the answer? Because
No.
it is
Is it
70.
70?
It's 70
Okay.
right on the
70?
dot.
Okay.
It's,
Yeah.
I'm thinking you're just playing that one off.
No,
He's like,
no.
I looked it up earlier.
I did read about what happened, but I swear I didn't know the answer to that.
Amazing,
From what
amazing.
I read, they said that, Ticketmaster or Live Nation owns Ticketmaster as well.
They do, yeah.
And that they own like a whole bunch of venues, and they're being accused of like, if you didn't go through them, to ban you in the future from going through them and things like
Yeah.
that, to have like exclusive artist deals, and then of course all the fees that are associated with it, which is like tons of.
It's a lot.
And then Live Nation, of course, is trying to argue that like these fees are just transparency, and that they're all actually paying for something, and they have to prove that they've been improving the experience for the artists and the fans over time. So
Yeah, it's complicated, right? Because that's why they're trying to break it up. They've been going through like long-term contracts. So if it's a venue, they have to sign a long-term contract that says they won't use other ticketing agencies. So that's why it's so crazy. But all those Swifties out there a couple of years ago for the Eras tour was the thing that like got all of these people's eyes on it, because so many people couldn't buy tickets, and they realized that because it's just conglomerated into one big company, that's the big like bottleneck. So they couldn't actually fulfill all these tickets. But if there was competition, all these smaller businesses would be able to do it. So that's kind of what started the ball rolling. And I love that like the Swifties were basically like the straw that broke the camel's back there. But it's just freaking crazy that it's 70%. So to your point there, like the tour was just harder because you had to go
so
through.
much harder.
Yeah.
Like our options of where we could play were it was we were so much more limited on the venues that we could play.
Just backyards and
some kind of felt like that. And then we'd be in Chicago and we'd like play the Metro.
yeah, okay.
Or like we'd go to VidCon and we were playing an arena.
Yeah,
and
man.
then we'd get to Houston and it's like, because we're not going through Ticketmaster, Live Nation, like where can we go?
There's nothing left.
Yeah. Another thing that was kind of interesting about that, this was quite a while ago. This was maybe like 9 years ago. I've only been on those 3 tours, and I played as a solo artist, and I was also drumming for Driftless Pony Club and Hank Reed and the Perfect Strangers.
Nice,
So I was Hank's
nice.
drummer. And another thing that made it hard, Sam was telling me, if Sam was here, he'd be able to give you more details, but I'm only getting a little bit. But he was telling me another thing that was tough was that we were all YouTube creators, and this was like 2013.
okay.
All right.
And so we would talk to venues and we'd be like, we can bring this many people. And they'd be like, no, you can't. Like, you have Hank has Vlogbrothers has 3 million subscribers on YouTube. Whatever, who cares? Like, it doesn't mean
only
anything.
3 million. Yeah.
Yeah, like that. And I'm sure they've had a lot of people come in that have like really inflated numbers. Like, I'm going to bring this many people.
Sure.
So like, it was hard to convince venues that like we were actually going to bring people.
Yeah. Yeah.
I remember in like one venue in particular, it was they were like, no, we're not going to do a split. Like, we don't believe you're going to bring anyone in. We're just going to have you rent the room. So we rented the room for like $700.
Jeez,
and then
okay.
sold it out. And then at the end of the day, the venue owner was coming to Sam like, oh, we got to go back to the other thing. Like,
Wow.
but yeah, so
Shady.
yeah. And I guess back to the Live Nation and Ticketmaster, it was just, it seemed like it just every step of the way, it's clear that they put, it's seemed clear to us that they put a lot of things in the way to make it so that you can't not work with them.
Yeah, which is the problem. I mean, that's the monopoly right there.
Yeah.
That's why
Yeah.
they're doing all these. This is an antitrust lawsuit, you know. So that's just kind of wild, man. That it's got to this point though, because ticket prices are like outrageous now. Like where I'm even going, nope, not going to that. Oh, that's the cost of that. Nope. Love this artist, but nope, not doing it. And like that's all I want to do is support artists as an artist myself. But like I just can't sometimes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
let's hope this pays off. But problem is, since it's like a Department of Justice like civil lawsuit right here, then it's probably going to be a 2-3 years minimum before we even get like probably a date set for any
Yeah.
of this. So, well, hopefully in the meantime we can get some positive news over it. But at least it's a step in the right direction. So at least we can all agree on that. We got one more article here. It's so random, but guys, Bob Dylan's 83rd birthday was, I believe, last week. And randomly, this story just came up that he had a painting that he painted in 1968 when he was living in like the Woodstock area.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that Bob Dylan was a painter. Did you guys know that he was a painter?
I knew he did a couple album covers.
Yeah, I knew
he
that.
did his, and then he did one for what's that?
The band?
The band, yeah.
Yeah.
So I remember that. But I love this. I love this piece.
You dig it?
Yeah. When I was like, all right, let me look up this article,
Yeah.
for the podcast, and then
Like,
I was
it's
like,
probably
snap.
bullshit. Yeah, it probably looks awful.
Yeah.
No.
But no, Bob Dylan.
Yeah.
But no, I love Bob Dylan. But yeah, I never looked at like a lot of his art. I just saw those album covers. But this piece, I love that piece. I'm not mad that sold for that much. You know, like if I had it like that, I might have bought it.
Oh,
You know?
yeah. You can drop 198K
Yeah.
or whatever. No
Yeah.
big deal. No big deal. But yeah, apparently he painted this. And this woman, I forget what her name was. I think it's on the article. But she was like this like known kind of like mystic type person. And she made an astrological chart for him.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what he traded the painting for, is he is just this chart for himself. I think that's just so funny and slice of life that like that happens. And then they get to sell it later for like 198,
Yeah.
and all he got was this like astrological chart at the time. But
Are you guys feeling it?
yeah, I think it's
think
pretty
cool.
interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, again, it's just like the hi-fi systems. I don't know anything about painting. I've tried to paint in prior years. Do I know anything about it? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Do you paint?
No.
Do you paint?
I dabble.
Ooh,
I dabble.
you dabble.
Every
All
now
right.
and then, like if the opportunity comes up, I don't have like a setup at home, but like
Yeah.
I know a couple people who like paint, or like
Yeah.
my mom paints a lot. She's actually like really good with watercolors and stuff.
That's cool.
But when I go over there, she like in Florida, she has a whole art setup.
Nice,
And
okay.
you know, I get down a
You
little
get down.
bit.
Nice.
A little
What kind of
bit.
paint do you use?
I used acrylic last time, but you know, whatever. Since I don't really do it myself, like whatever they got wherever I'm at.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
if you guys want to get into painting, want to get into art, I do have some pieces for sale. So
Ah,
shout
yes,
out to you.
$198,000.
Yeah. That's where we start.
Yeah. Anyone got 200,000?
Yeah. Pat, you got
Yeah.
200,000?
Link in the
You wanna buy something?
description.
But no, it's fun. You guys should try it.
Oh yeah, it seems like a really relaxing hobby. I have painted recently. My wife was just having like a craft day with her friends, and I painted a busk she got from the thrift store, and so I made this busk like gave him corpse paint and stuff.
Ah,
Oh,
nice.
okay.
Fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
That counts, man. You're
Yeah,
I was
it
gonna
counts. Yeah, I
say,
painted a little
yeah,
bit.
you just
I
did it
painted a
recently.
That
bust.
counts.
Yeah.
Just did it recently.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
You're a
That's cool.
painter.
I love the idea of the craft days too. That's cool.
Yeah,
that is nice.
Yeah, totally. She loves crafting.
That's sick. I went to Dollar Tree the other day, and we had to like pick up all this random stuff, and I went by like the stationery like pencils and all that section.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, I haven't used a pencil in like years, you know? And, like it felt so nostalgic being there. I was like, I'm gonna come back another day and I'm gonna buy like pencils and paper and draw and like
Oh, it's so fun, right?
yeah. But no, I like it. I think he's talented.
Yeah, it's pretty legit. So it's interesting for those of you out there watching the show. Check it out; it's fun. I more think it's just funny that like it sold on his birthday too, and I don't necessarily think that was like planned. It just said according to that article, it was just coincidentally it just sold. So who knows if that's how true that is? I think that's just funny because again, it just nobody knew where it was at, and then the woman who got it, it was at her like I think ex-husband's house or something, and then it just sold for that much money. It's like, imagine pulling that out of your attic, and then it's just like, oh yeah, here we go, 200K.
Yeah.
I wonder how many like musicians like if you gave them paintbrushes and stuff like that, like in a little time, like because you're just making art at the end of the day, like with your music, you're being creative and all that, and like if you could translate that into paints, like I wonder how much that correlates, like how.
Honestly, I don't think it does almost at all.
Oh no,
because like how many like good musicians that are all like excellent visual artists? Like they're out there, but like, do you know any? Like
Yvette Young.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
See, but it's like it's
Sarah
a rare breed.
Longfield.
It's a rare breed, though, right? I feel like it's like a lot of times people focus a lot on that, and then they might just be like a hobbyist musician, or they're like a really serious musician, and then they just do visual art. But like. Yeah, it's pretty legit when somebody can do both. But
I know Kanye used to paint.
Oh yeah.
He went to art school and all that. And then George W. Bush.
Yeah.
It's your favorite paint.
George W. Bush. Yeah, it's like like Leonardo, George W. Bush, and then like
So is this
the other Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
Hey guys, this is Justin with zZounds, and this is the new Tone X1 pedal. This is the smaller version of the larger Tone X. This thing's pretty sick. It's a compact version of that, so you can load your own sounds onto it through the Tone X software. It also has a 3-band EQ, a noise gate, a compressor, and a reverb. You also use it as an interface. Bunch of stuff packed into this little box, so please do check it out at zZounds. It is very much awesome. You could use presets as well for live and just do a whole bunch of stuff despite its tiny size. So check it out at zZounds. All right, so that was our news segment, but more importantly, we have a very special guest here. And
I'm here.
he is so here right now. This is Rob Scallon, everybody. And
everybody.
He is a very, very popular YouTube sensation from, man, when did you start? What year was that when you first started?
Oh, dude. I got my, also, thanks. Very happy to be here. It's cool to be part of your world for a little while.
Welcome.
Really appreciate you guys getting the guitars.
For sure.
Much appreciated.
For sure.
I got I got a YouTube channel in 2007.
Ooh.
In January of 2008, I put out my first song as a solo artist on YouTube, and that was also me completely dedicating myself to like, I'm going to be an internet musician. I'm going 100%. This is my career. I'm going to be an internet musician.
Was that your first video? Was it your song?
That was my first video as a solo artist.
Okay, yeah.
I had prior to that, I was like trying to make videos with like bands I was in, and we made one in a weird band that I was in with a friend that was like trying to do really edgy stuff, and I had like skate videos on it. But like
cool.
January 2008, I put out Summer, which was me completely dedicating myself to being an internet musician, going after a career as an internet musician and a YouTuber by extent. So like,
love that.
So yeah, January 2008 was when it was like, this is my career. I'm making this my career.
And did you know at the time, because like YouTube as a career, like being called a YouTuber, that back then wasn't a thing.
No.
So like how'd you know like this is going to be it, like, and actually know it could bring income in?
Yeah, it was kind of a thing, but it kind of at that time it kind of felt like a well-kept secret.
Mm-hmm.
Not like people were keeping it a secret, but like no one really knew. Mm-hmm. So like one of the ways I first like started promoting myself was I went to YouTube. Back in those days, you could go to a page that had the top 100 most subscribed people.
Okay.
And then it would just be a list of all their channels. I emailed every single one of them. It's like, I would love to make music for your channel. Just like give me a shout out, put my link in the description. And so through doing that, I met like and got to talk to just like a ton of full-time YouTubers back at like early days. And then like I was trying to be as active as I could, meeting people, collaborating with different people. Met a lot of really good friends at that time. Met a lot of like early YouTubers, and then started going to like the VidCons where I could actually like be there in person. And like being part of that early YouTube like community is one of the greatest joys of my life. Like that was that was such an amazing special thing. Like going to those VidCons, and it was just, we were just like a group. Being a YouTuber was not like something that like everyone knew about. Like we were a group of super nerds, you know?
It was really a community then.
And there was, even within that community, there was like, the thought of doing it full time was still kind of like, oh, this is really cool that we're going to be able to do this for a little while, but there's no way this is going to last.
And now with like, you know, keeping up with the algorithm and all that stuff, how much YouTube has evolved. Like,
oh yeah, it's
I'm sure your
constantly
process has changed from when you started to now. Now, are you a lot more like, do you look at analytics a lot, and like, does that affect your content at all?
The different. I used to be totally obsessed with analytics.
Okay.
And now less so. I've gotten into the habit now. Like when a new video comes out, I'm not on the internet at all. Like new video comes out and then I like go skate or something.
Yeah, separate yourself from it.
Yeah. But yeah, it absolutely, you know, it's part of, it's a really big, complicated system, but certainly like what works on YouTube, what the audience wants, what the audience is interested, of course, changes, you know, what we make.
So to that point, how do you choose what your content is now? Because you've been doing it for so long.
Yeah.
I bet you it's like, is it just like where you're just, you know, shooting the shit with people, brainstorming, or just have a inkling idea and just do it, or what?
It's not even brainstorming. Like that's kind of like a question I'll get, like, oh, where do you get your ideas from? And it's never really like that. You know, the ideas are easy. Like,
yeah, okay.
Ideas are, there's a million ideas.
Oh, yeah.
And as you make stuff, like, it just kind of snowballs into other things and other opportunities.
Yeah, true.
Like the hard part is making the videos happen, not so much like what's a good idea.
Yeah.
You know, like I can have the idea of like, I want to do a video. Like right now, we've been wanting to do a video about making a piano from scratch. Like we did making a guitar from scratch, like an acoustic and an electric. We would love to do make a piano from scratch, but then it's like, what company are we going to work with? Who's going to let us film? Like, can we travel? Is it worth the budget to travel this far? But yeah, I'm kind of just following what I'm excited about. And every new video we make leads to like 5 other ideas and 5 other opportunities. And then you kind of, you know, you kind of have to balance like, what am I excited about? What's going to do well? How much is it going to cost? How much time is it going to make?
Yeah.
And so that's an ever going like, series. It's kind of, you know, you're always making these like educated bets on like what to work on.
Yeah.
But at the core of it, it's just like, what am I excited about?
For sure. So, actually, speaking of like your arc right now, right? Because I mean, I figure we probably both want to know this. Like, if you started from there, got to where you are today, how did the Schecter deal come about? Because like, that's pretty sick that like you got that set up.
Yeah,
man.
dude, I'm so proud of these things. I'm so excited about the new line. Like, this is one of the coolest. I mean, having a signature guitar line is like one of the great
dream.
Yeah, one of the greatest joys of my career.
Yeah, man.
Dude, rules.
It's beautiful. Congratulations, because
yeah, man.
Thanks.
I love the white satin too.
Yeah,
it's so sick.
Yeah, I
so
do
sick.
as well. Yeah, this is the second line with Schecter. We got a 6-string, 7-string, 8-string, and left-handed versions, which is awesome.
Ooh. Lefties out there are praising you.
Yeah, dude. Lefties love Schecter.
Inclusive.
Yeah. All about it.
All about it.
Yeah. So it was kind of a, you know, way around to get to Schecter. My first guitar endorsement was with Schecter. My first instrument endorsement was a cello company.
Oh, really?
I don't play cello. That was the first time I got.
That was my next question.
Yeah, I don't play cello. Dude.
I was just about to ask.
But yeah, my first endorsement was with Schecter, and that was the main like I got a Schecter Omen 8, wrote Anchor. That was my first experience with extended range, and I got an 8-string. Like to make videos with, you know. It's like, oh, this is gonna be a cool thing to make videos with. Yeah, man. And then I'll sell it or something, and fell in love with it.
So are you a big Meshuggah fan like me, or what?
I am a big Meshuggah fan.
Nice.
I enjoy it. Well, I don't. I mean, I am a Meshuggah fan, but like, I guess not like you. I'm not. People are like fanatic about them, but
I do love them a lot.
Not that I don't. I don't know. I just don't. They just haven't been on my radio.
No, that's fair. I only asked because that's the first time I ever heard an 8-string was when I heard the album Nothing, and I was just like, "What is this?" And I'm like there with my 6-string trying to like tune it down to that. I was like, "This ain't gonna work at all."
Yeah. No, the first time I heard 8-string, I must have been Toastin' and Bossy. Must have been Animals as Leaders, and then I got one, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna try to write something that's like." You know, not metal on it, and I wrote Anchor immediately, and then fell in love with the instrument.
I feel like we talked about this a couple years ago when you came by, because you had those fan fret models that you went a couple
the
years
7 and 8
ago.
are fan.
Yeah, and those were super sick. And I feel like we were talking about how you were like, this is such an underrepresented instrument, not for heavy stuff.
Yeah, Yeah, like
Yeah, you
it's
know what I mean?
great for heavy stuff.
Well, yeah.
Like yeah, but it's not all it can do. It's
Yes.
just like a more grand piano version of the guitar. It's
Yep.
more notes.
I
you know?
like thinking about it that way. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, dude, the 8-string for me recently is like more. Just recently, it's more just like a big fidget toy. Right now. Like that's how I've been using it. Like
Awesome.
I just want more guitar. You
Yep.
know.
Yep.
And I've been writing a little bit with it as per usual. But anyway, so I started with I had my Schecter Omen 8, and then they reached out to me and wanted to support me. And my first like 10 emails with them, the artist rep at the time, their artist rep was in all caps. Every email was in all caps. Do you want a 9-string? Like, yeah, like, cool, we'll send it right away. What's your address? And so I'm endorsed by them for a little while, and then I wanted to make a signature 8-string. Kind of long story short, and I reached out to them at NAMM, and I wasn't at a point in my career to have like a signature model, let alone like an 8-string that wasn't just for metal. Is like what I wanted to do. It's like I want to make an 8-string that like looks and sounds in a way that you do more than just metal with it, you know. And then I had that opportunity with Chapman Guitars. I put out 3 lines with them if you count the just change in fretboard wood.
Yeah. Okay.
And then that's where I met Sophie, who does all my social media and Andrew Hong's social media. She used to be the artist rep for them, and was there. And then it was time to move on, and Schecter brought me back with open arms, and
It's awesome, man.
then we put out the first line, the second line, and working with Schecter has just been amazing.
They're awesome.
It's a dream come true for sure.
Sweet.
That's great.
How involved were you truly in the design and everything about this guitar?
All of it. A lot of it was
100%.
made with the specs that I wanted were from Chapman days, and then like there's quite a few differences that we went over to Schecter. But yeah, it's exactly the specs that I want.
Amazing.
So,
Yeah, exactly the specs that I want.
Swamp Ash body,
Yeah,
Mahogany
Swamp Ash
neck?
wings, mahogany in the middle, and then
Cool.
and then neck through.
Ebony
I love
forward?
neck throughs. Yeah,
ebony fretboard.
yeah, ebony.
Gotta love an ebony board.
Classic.
Buttery,
Yep.
classic.
Yeah,
That is a
yeah, I love it. And then just
comfy guitar.
Yep, it's everything I need, nothing I don't. Got humbucker, single coil tones.
Hell yeah.
Just-
So
Yeah.
this is the C1, right? C1 the contrast.
Yeah. The new version is called the Contrast, and the new line is just exactly the other line, just with a different color. So that's
Cool.
the only thing that's different about this one from the last. It's just the more contrasty colors, which is kind of what I wanted to do at first. But when I was with Chapman, we wanted to put out like a matte black, and that didn't really come to didn't really ended up happening. And then so when I went over to Schecter, it's like we got to do the matte black version. So we did the matte black. And then now we're able to like start experimenting with colors, which is really cool. I love the matte black as well. I was like, I want these out.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been great.
Yeah, I love the
Appreciate you
colorway
guys
on that.
stocking them.
Yeah, man. Well, they're awesome. And I know we stocked the last ones because we had you on and loved doing a little jam with you on those guys. So yeah, but this is so cool,
Dude,
man. I really
love
do love that matte white. I almost like never feel like I see those in person, and it's just it's just awesome.
I like having the wood grain in there. Like I don't know. I just think
It's great.
Just think it's classy.
It is.
It
It
is,
is
yeah.
classy. It's classy, but you can shred the hell out of it.
Yeah.
So-
So this is definitely like one of the biggest joys of my career is having a signature guitar line. Like going into a Guitar Center or whatever, and like not that you should.
Go where?
Yeah, never mind.
Where?
Go away. But it's just like it's wild. Like I guess I'll not use specific names.
No, you're
like-
good.
You're good.
We're just kidding.
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
just
yeah.
kidding. Guitar
You're
Center.
good.
We've all been there, right?
Yeah, we've all been there.
we have.
I saw you went back to your hometown Guitar Center.
Yeah.
Pulled your guitar off the wall.
Dude,
Insane.
pretty surreal.
That's wild.
Pretty surreal.
That is wild.
Insane.
Yeah, and I just went into another one recently when these came out to see if I could find one in the wild, and it's just a different. I don't know, man. I love just going to music stores, and it just seems like. Yeah, I don't know. It's cool to see viewers too, like in real
Yeah.
life.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
And, like through comments and stuff, but yeah, I mean, it's. I don't know what else to say about it. It just feels awesome.
It's
man.
lovely. It's all you
It's
need to
really-
say, man.
Yeah, it's
a dream.
It's a dream come true.
It's a dream come true, man.
Yeah.
What would you do if you got another model? Like, what would you change about it?
Oh well, next we were talking about. I don't know if this is like exclusive or whatever. I mean, we'll see if it happens. But we were thinking about doing an acoustic and like expanding.
That'd
the
be
line.
cool,
Oh,
man.
interesting.
That'd be really cool.
Yeah. I mean, the guitars right now, like I wouldn't change anything about the electric guitars.
Mm-hmm.
They've been through like a lot of, iterations to get it exactly where I want them, and now it's just about changing colors.
Love it.
So I don't know, unless my style changes drastically. I don't. Even still, I think I don't see myself changing anything about the guitars anytime soon. Maybe we'll do something fun like put a whammy bar on it or something.
Yeah.
But like this is exactly what I want.
Rob, was there anything else that you want to add here? Because I know you got this snazzy guitar you've been cradling here.
I did want to add in, in conjunction with you guys, really appreciate you stocking the guitars. Really, really appreciate anyone who's bought them. Like, it's the coolest thing. Like, seeing people tag me like on Instagram that they bought the guitars and they're excited about it. It's so cool. It's so cool seeing it in the wild. It's like, yeah, it just warms my heart.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Hope people out there enjoy them. Really appreciate you getting them. I'm very proud of these things. Yeah.
zZounds, the online music shop ranked #1 in customer service by Newsweek magazine. Check out zZounds today. So, we have a very special segment here that we're doing because the guys found it funny that we got this brand new EarthQuaker pedal in, EarthQuaker devices, and we don't know what the pedal is. Me and Louise have no idea what it is. Obviously, you don't either, Rob, as our guest. But we're gonna pop it open and kind of in real time just kind of see what it is because we have no idea, and then we're gonna play it. We got Rob's C1, his signature guitar, and then we got the Boss Katana, the Gen 3 that just came out. So let's pop it open.
What it is.
Honestly, this is kind of funny. This was like the trade.
Were you guys neat Christmas unwrappers? Or
yeah.
No.
Is it an unboxing channel now?
It is an unboxing channel. It's always just been that.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see.
Love the artwork.
What do we got? Suspense. Oh. Okay.
Time Shadows.
Oh, yeah. You guys were saying this is a collab. Okay, it's a collab with Death by Audio, which is awesome. Okay, sweet. All right. This looks like it's got a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, I'll let you handle the...
How about you riff on it, and I'll just fiddle knobs here, and we'll just see what the hell we get into. Oh, yeah. Okay. Wait, we need to catch this magic because I think this is genuine. Like, what are we in for? This is like the my neighbors hate me pedal. Sick.
Cool.
Okay.
Time Shadows 2.
Time Shadows V2 subharmonic multi-delay resonator. If my vision is proper, I can read that on the screen. Multi-delay resonator.
What's this? Eye test, Pat?
Yeah.
How about I'll check out the manual and you guys do your guitar thing.
Okay. I love this. Oh, what? Whoa,
That's
there's
amazing.
like two different directions. It's going one up, one down.
Sounds like the score for Mandy.
Yeah, it does. Godzilla. This is like way weirder than I thought it was going to be. This is amazing.
I like this setting.
Yeah,
pretty
that's
cool.
Oh, that's pretty sick. This just feels more of like a delay.
Yeah. Go back to these chords.
Oh yeah.
These are like my always go-to chords.
Yeah. Those are awesome.
Dang. Final boss.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wild.
All right, one more, and then we'll start figuring out what these buttons do. Yeah. Yeah, pitch harmonics are pretty nuts.
Yeah, the pitch was nice. Ghostly screams.
I love that.
Yeah, ghosts.
Sweet.
Yeah, okay, I think I got a general idea.
This pedal's wild. I don't know what else to put it. It's the time shadows. If you guys can see that right there. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
I wish that if Jessica was here, Jessica Bordeaux, I jam a lot with her. It'd be really, really fun to hear what she would do on this.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of wildness to explore here.
There is. It's like a little overwhelming, right?
Yeah. Like with some of these pedals, like EarthQuaker pedals, like this is for like, really spending a lot of time tweaking, and I feel like I know what one of the knobs does now.
Yeah, one, just one. Yeah, this thing's fun though. What do they call it? A subharmonic resonator, a multi-delay resonator. It's kind of wild. I don't know. I mean, there's presets on it that were really nice. I love our horror movie sounds we got out of it.
Yeah.
This multi-mode switch though, I honestly would say like I know it's two different modes for two of the pedal developers and the owner that customize that, and then the middle set, one with the exclamation points is the like we don't know what the hell that does, but it's cool. It's a pretty big win so far, but we'd need a lot more time to understand it, which is a good thing. It's not just like, hey, this is an overdrive.
Yeah.
I'm like, we know exactly what this does before we even play it.
My first use that I would want with it, other than jamming with Jessica, would be like, get me a horror movie scene.
That's what I'm saying.
100%.
Like cue up the Nosferatu.
Yeah,
and like, we'll go.
That would be fun. Oh, that would be such a fun like creative challenge to take specifically that movie.
Yeah.
That silent movie and add music to it.
Yep.
That would be really cool.
This is your boy right here. The time.
That would be really cool.
This is your boy. This is the collab with Death by Audio. I don't know if we mentioned that earlier. I think we did briefly talk about that. But yeah, this is EarthQuaker's collab with Death by Audio. That probably explains why it's so kind of awesome and out there, because that's the classic Death by Audio shtick there. But it's sick. I dug the span knob, kind of just taking stuff out of control. But really, though, the presets are fun, but I really would like to spend more time with this and try to play it myself to hear it. But what are your thoughts on it?
Love it. Let's get weird.
How about you, Luis? What do you think?
Same thing. I immediately went to film and went to horror movies, and it gave me Godzilla vibes, Mandy vibes.
Big time Mandy vibes.
So I was digging it. I was like, if I knew how to play the guitar, I'd buy that pedal for sure.
Did we just convert you? Yeah, you running out to buy one now?
Yeah, when I get a guitar, I'll probably will pick something like that up.
You'd be the coolest kid on the block. Coolest kid on the block, having this starter guitar and then the time shadows.
The first pedal I get.
Yeah.
Nice. Hell of a first rig.
Like, that guy shreds.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's not a bad way to start though. If you're not playing like your like little like warm up scales, you're just shredding like horror scores on the time shadow.
For sure.
Yeah, it's a really fun pedal though. So everybody check this out. This is the new EarthQuaker Devices collab with Death by Audio. This is the Time Shadows, the Gen 2. Very, very sick so far. So I give it a win.
Win.
All right.
It's a win. Okay, so we got a funny game that we're gonna play with you, and we decided to do like our version of Two Truths and a Lie.
Yeah.
Where we got two videos that are actual video titles that you have on YouTube
to see if I remember my videos.
Yeah, and one of them is a complete fabrication lie there. So we're gonna see if you can pick which one is the lie.
I should be able to get it. Yeah,
I know. I was
gonna say based on our interview, like I feel like you're gonna get 100%.
Probably gonna get 100%.
Yeah, I would hope so.
You're pretty.
I would hope
you're
so.
Pretty. When you were like, oh, the date, I got a date, and it was like
January
21st.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, it's a wrap.
I think it was January 20th.
Ooh,
okay.
There you go. You're proving our point. Proving our point right there, man.
Yeah.
Luis, how about you started off?
Okay, cool. All right, so I got 3 titles here. One of them is real.
Mm-hmm.
Can you find the culprit? Or one of them's fake. Can you find the culprit? All right. The first one is sitar metal.
Oh, of course.
The second one is banjo metal. The third one is iPhone beard metal.
I never did a video called banjo metal. That one's a lie.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah,
ding,
I've done a lot of banjo metal videos. Like that was kind of a big thing. Once my channel really started growing was when I was doing like metal covers and stuff. Banjo metal covers being one of them. But I don't have any video called banjo metal.
Yeah, you had a bunch of like Slayer banjo
Yeah.
videos, right?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That was like some of my first like viral videos.
Yeah. Good times.
Slayer banjo.
Slanjo.
All right.
Slanjo.
One
Yep.
for one.
All
One
right,
for
so-
one.
Yeah, I should know it. Yeah.
So we got making beautiful music without hearing it, or at least trying to.
Yep.
Making a song in an hour, or playing 10 impossible guitar riffs in one take.
Playing 10 impossible guitar riffs in one take is not a video. Yeah. I wouldn't want to do that at all.
Ding, ding, ding. Yeah. You're like, I've never even considered doing that.
Yeah, those other ones, like all of these, I probably spent a week obsessing over pretty much every video. Yeah.
All right, well, I got one that might...
Yeah, give it to me.
Maybe-
I think there's stumpers, but
Yeah.
Well, I doubt it, though, because,
I know,
think he's still
I
going to
know,
get it.
I
He
know.
might still
We'll
get
see.
it. But yeah,
We'll see.
We'll see.
all right. Making a 3-minute song in 30 seconds.
That's Andrew Hong.
Making a song in 57 minutes. Making a song in 30 minutes.
Oh, wow. Actually, making a song in 30 minutes. Hold on a second.
I can read them back if you
Oh,
like.
you know what? Making a same again.
Okay, the first one's making a 3-minute song in 30 seconds.
You know what? I did do that.
The second one is making a song in 57 minutes.
Yeah, that's when we were going back and forth on the time challenges with like me and Andrew and Rumi.
The third one is making a song in 30 minutes.
I don't think I did making a song in 30 minutes.
He's right again.
Yeah, I don't think I did
Three
that
for-
one.
We almost got you.
Yeah, I think we went back, like me and Andrew, and I think me and Andrew, I don't remember how we started. Me, Andrew, and Rumi did like making a song in an hour. And then as a joke, and she was like, I want to try this too. And to make it fun and competitive, I'll do 59 minutes and be real silly and competitive. And then it got to the point where I was like, I want to make a 3-minute song in 30 seconds. Yeah, and I played really fast. It was like pre-written. It was a gag. But I played and sang really, really fast and then slowed it down. Yeah, but I never, at 30 wasn't enough of a escalation. So I never did 30 minutes. It went like hour 57 maybe, and then 3-minute song in 30 seconds. Yeah, that was a fun little era for us.
Yeah. All right, well, let's see. We got making music with the telegraph machine. Making music with a toaster.
That's the lie.
Making beautiful music with a shovel and a bunch of guitar pedals.
Yep. Yeah, I remember doing that one. What was the first one again?
Making music with a telegraph machine.
Yeah, that was a fun one. And we went out and got props to make it look like I was in like a bunker.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and like some special effects to make it seem like I was like,
Stranded there.
in World War II or something. And then I was just playing the telegraph machine. And it was a pretty silly video. It was fun.
awesome.
It's not one that did like super well, but it's a pretty cool one. I liked it. I've never made music with a toaster.
You think you can? Can you make music with the toaster?
Andrew could.
Okay.
Andrew Hong would have no problem.
Andrew?
Yeah. I don't think I'd do anything very good with a toaster. I can make toast though. Like,
Okay.
toaster strudel, like
Just
no problem.
make toast.
But
This is just
yeah.
my video, make toast.
Yeah, making toast with a toaster.
Great video.
That's the second channel video. Yeah.
You just
love
have
it.
a guitar like
Yeah.
on you as you're making toast, and that's it.
Yeah.
Let's see if this stumps you here. Pro musicians versus broken instruments.
Yep. Did that with Jessica.
31 songs in 1 minute.
That was one of my first viral videos. Yeah.
Writing a breakdown in 2 minutes.
Not writing a breakdown in 2 minutes. Though that exact thing I have done a lot.
Oh, yeah, I bet.
It hasn't been the exact title, but that definitely does happen a lot. Yeah, doing the broken instruments was really fun because me and my friend Simon had a few videos where we like make an instrument in a day, and neither of us know anything. He's just a woodworker; like he can make great shelves, but and then we make instruments that end up being like really dangerous, not on purpose, but maybe a little bit on purpose actually. But yeah, that was a fun one. That got some cuts on my hand from that video for sure. Yeah, those are maybe permanent reminders of that one.
Yeah, amazing.
We can't stump them.
No, I don't think we're going to.
You're saving the good one for last.
I'm going
right?
to save the good one for Les, but yeah, I think he's still going to get it.
We'll see.
Still
I
gonna
hope
get it.
so.
It's a little cruel. But this is
Okay.
probably an easy one. So we got drill,
Oh man, I wish that video did well. I thought that was so fun. But yeah, I thought the title and thumbnail for that was so funny. It's just drill. Yeah. It's a picture of a drill. The title says drill. And I don't know. I don't think anyone found it as funny as I did. I thought it was hilarious.
Banjo Wars.
Never done Banjo Wars.
Slappity, slappity, slap.
Oh yeah, that was a music video I did with Jessica with a bunch of slapping in it, and we got to go to, man, that day was wild. We went to I don't know exactly what you call it, but like a place that has a bunch of different sets and props, basically for people to come in and like shoot music videos.
Okay.
And we went in there and we're like, we're going to use like every set. So we would go to one set. I'd get my, Robin outfit on. Jessica would get the Batman outfit on, set up the drum set with the bat symbol on it, shoot 2 takes, take everything off, go to the next set. Like, it was just nonstop, just wild day. It was fun.
I thought you were gonna say that you guys were like slapping each other and putting like zorp, wham,
yeah.
blam.
Jessica slapped me. Yeah, which she didn't really want to, so we kind of faked it. No, like, you can slap me in the face, it's fine. Just no. So anyway, yeah, that was a fun day.
Got any permanent marks from that?
No, none from that. No, Jessica didn't slap me that hard. We just added a sound that like and sped up the footage, so just sounded like
the crack.
Yeah, like she really slapped me hard, but she didn't.
Well, you got that one.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. It landed.
All right.
Excellent.
So I got instrument roulette,
Yep, another one I did with Jessica. I did that in Vancouver.
making kazoo metal,
Oh, yeah, that was a recent one.
a day skating 5.
Oh, man. One Day of Skating 5 is a video that's on my channel. Maybe it's not One Day of Skating 5. Did we only do 4?
I don't know.
I don't
How many
know.
did you
Yeah,
do?
is that your last one? Is that the stumper right there?
Well, okay, first one, Instrument Roulette. Did that in Vancouver. We ended up, like, I ended up drumming on, like, a bowl and making music with a bike. That was a really fun video. Not one that did particularly well, but that was really fun. The next one was Making Kazoo Metal.
Making kazoo metal.
Yeah, that was a recent one.
No toasters?
No toasters in that. One Day of Skating 5. Ooh. Though the first 2 are definitely on there. So I think we did. I don't think One Day of Skating 5 ever existed. I think we just got to 4.
That was my stumper. You only
Yeah.
got the 4
Ooh,
on
got
there.
him.
Got him.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
you knew the other 2 too well, you know?
Yeah,
I remember
yeah.
thinking about One Day of Skating 5, but that was even before I was posting music.
Oh yeah, I went way back and I was like, how many one day skatings are there?
Yeah. I know Timmy, who was in that video, has texted me a bunch. We need to do 5. We need to do 5. And upload it now.
This is the fatal flaws that, like, with 2 truths and a lie, like, he just has to know 2 of them for sure, and then he can rule out the lie.
That's funny. I haven't thought about that video in a long time, but that was like maybe the first. Like now, 1st of October is like one of the things that, like, if I meet like a viewer out in real life, they almost always go to 1st of October first. Like it's really like, definitely like my favorite project, and it's like making an album in a day. But that was a video concept where like we were making a skating video in a day, and that was in like 2007, 2008. That was like the first time I did that. I haven't thought about that. I guess that was an early inspiration for that type of thing.
Nice.
Interesting.
All right.
Yeah. Or that's just video production in general, right? It's like you got to get it done in a day or it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
And so we just kind of turn it into the video concept, but really being a YouTuber is like kind of just doing that anyway. Like you kind of already have to.
Yeah. Pat knows what's up. He wants to get this done today. So
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right.
Film in bulk and then spread it out when you release it. Yep.
For
You
sure.
got a perfect record so far, but
Yeah.
we got a secret weapon here.
All right.
Okay.
So, well, sort of. I mean, we'll see. This man knows his stuff. So
That's true.
So we got the down tuning experiment.
Yep, that was a fun one. I made that one specifically because I had this gag of it getting so heavy that I would be like, someone reached out and were like, hey, I have this like power gym with like these bodybuilders. If you ever want to film here, I was like, what if my guitar is tuned so heavy that I'm just there? And so it starts as like kind of an experiment. And then it just totally flies off the rails, and it's just me goofing with all these like huge bodybuilders. So yeah, that's a down tuning experiment. Drop Q. Mm-hmm.
Man, I love your like reaction to it. It's like you're like tasting a fine wine. You're like, yes.
Yeah, I remember that
down
one.
tuning experiment.
Yes. Yeah.
All right, so the next one is C sharp A, D, F sharp, C sharp B, or C sharp A, D, F sharp, C, B.
That might be a Sonic Boom episode I did with Andrew, but I wouldn't know I don't know if that's the exact notes.
So you got to pick one, because one of
What
them.
about 3?
No, those were 2 separate videos.
Those were 2.
Oh,
So-
man!
This is
give it to me again.
We got him. We got him.
me again.
the face of realization, right when he knows what's happening.
Okay, give me the first video.
Okay, so C sharp A D F sharp C sharp B, C sharp A D F sharp C B.
Okay, give me just one. Just give me one again.
C sharp A D F sharp C B.
Okay,
C sharp A D F sharp C sharp B
it's the first one.
is what?
The first one is a real one because I remember there being a C and a C sharp in it.
I knew you figure it out. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's good.
Wow.
Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, I took the
remem-
C sharps and paired them together just to make it
Yep.
not too cruel for you. But
Yep, because there wasn't that C sharp didn't have an octave. It was a half step off. So that's
All right. Well, next time I'm not going to give
yeah,
you one. That's
yeah.
even-
That was a Sonic Boom episode I did.
Yeah, excellent. All of
impressed.
them. I don't even know how many we had, but
All
you
right.
nailed all of them.
Yeah, I'm
Was there
impressed.
like 8?
I'm
All right.
impressed.
It's kind of fun to go down memory lanes with
Yeah.
some of these videos.
It's the
Some of these are a
nostalgia
bit more
factor.
obscure.
Once again, man, thanks so much for coming on the show.
My pleasure.
And guys, this has been GearWire. So thanks for
Subscribe.
tuning in and watching. Yeah, exactly. Like, subscribe, check out our stuff. And again, Rob, hopefully we'll see you again sometime soon in the future.